Hi, welcome to the 1 Liter Podcast. You will watch us drinking 1 liters of beer whilst talking about shies. Please like and subscribe. Welcome to the 1 Liter.
Prost! Prost! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 1 Liter Podcast.
Do you notice anything different about these Steins?
The Steins, look at them.
What does that say? The Bavarian. That's right.
was the greatest beer in all the world?
It was the greatest beer in all the world.
I stole it!
All right, so,
Love that.
ladies and gentlemen, while you're listening, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just do this. I don't care where you are. If you're driving on the road, wait until
Don't
you reach
close your eyes. Yeah.
Wait until you reach a red light. Just do this for us. It's a little social experiment. Close your eyes, okay? All right, your eyes are closed. You're having an out-of-body experience. You've just been hit by a car. You've been rushed to the emergency room. You've been put on the bed, and the doctor's about to use the defibrillators on you. You ready,
Oh,
Phil?
yeah.
All right, Phil and I together, using our powers combined, we're gonna make the sound of a defibrillator.
Ready to restart the heartbeat.
Ready,
clear.
two-
3, 2, 1.
I got no pulse. Try again.
3, 2, clear.
There we go. One more time.
3, 2, 1, clear.
Fuck it out. We got our synchronizing off, but it's good enough.
Prost.
We got a pulse. They're alive. So,
The sweet nectar of beer.
So we've got a lot to talk about on this podcast. Mainly, we watched Madagascar, the original 2005 Madagascar.
Yeah,
We're like,
it seemed to have won the vote.
yeah, it won the vote. Thanks for voting, those who voted. So we're going to discuss that for a little while. But first, we're going to start off with Phil's Fun Facts.
Phil's fun fact. Today's fun fact is, did you know that in the Philippines there is an island within an island within an island?
And what's this island called?
Oh shit, I knew you'd put me on the spot like this.
Is it called Triple Island?
I will flop it up on the screen, but have a look at this. There's an island with another lake on the island with another lake with another island in the lake.
So it's the island with the water around it, then an island in that water, and then around that island is another bit of water.
Well, the Philippines are an island in themselves, right?
Is the Philippines like an archipelago?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's an
Philippines.
it's a bunch of islands grouped up. They are called the Philippine Islands. But if you look on the screen, I will show you the island with the island with the island.
I like it. I like the idea of being an explorer. I think if I was an explorer, I would choose to name everything. Because
What would you name shit?
I'd
I always
name-
wonder that.
I'd
how
name
people come up.
plants. I'd name a lot of things. Like if you look at when you look at pharmaceutical medication, it's got names like dimethylcamolacafefaflene, and it's like
Pseudoephedrine.
pseudoephedrine. It's just like Latin words mixed in. What the fuck? Just call it like diuretic, like fucking explosive shit. Be gone, right?
Nasal decongestive.
Exactly. Like, dude, no dose. What a perfect name for a medication.
That's
No
true.
dose.
That's
I
true.
don't sleep.
That shit is dangerous.
I ain't gonna doze. So I think if I found a bunch of archipelagos, I'd have to name them about things, whatever I was feeling at the time. Because when you think about it, you're like tattoos is a funny thing. For instance, you're like, I'm going to get this. I love this one thing. I'm going to get a tattoo of it. I'm going to keep it forever. And then in the future, you never got that tattoo. And you think to yourself, holy shit, I'm glad I didn't get that, you know?
Yeah.
Personally, anyone who's ever watched the videos, I have tattoos. However,
Not keeping them forever?
I'm not keeping them because as an actor, it's easier to get roles without tattoos. Some people might argue that you can just put like the creams over it.
Oh, but you got to do that for every
And that costs a lot of money. That
Yeah.
costs a lot of money, yeah. And that's hours that they don't want to spend on me and money. So, but that is the dialect of the island. That,
Do you think that if I discovered the Filipino Islands, would I have called them Filipino Islands?
Ooh. Maybe you would have called them Geet Haven.
I would have called them the Phillip Islands.
The Phillip Islands.
Wait, that exists as well, doesn't it? Phillip Island? That's off the coast of
Phillip Island, yeah. I think
North
there's
Queensland.
a couple of Phillip Islands,
What?
yeah. But I'd probably call them something interesting. It all depends on like, if I didn't want the people to live on this island, if I didn't want settlers to come over and trade with me, and if I just wanted to keep this like an island paradise, I'd call it something like Leprosy Island or like Cannibal Eat You Island, you know? Scorpio. Shit! We're sailors, we're passing Scorpio Island. Do not go in there. But Captain, what's wrong with Scorpio Island? Like everyone has to say with a deep voice. Well, I don't know what's wrong with the island, Smithy, but don't go there. Why not, sir? Because it's called Scorpio Island.
Captain, we always seem to pass this island. Why do we never go on it? Because it's called Don't Come On Your Island.
Yeah, don't come on our island, Smithy. Yeah. So there you go, a bit of a rant about island naming. God.
Island within an island within an island.
Yeah. That's fascinating, though. That's really interesting. I wonder what the place... What do we have names? Give us fucking names,
it's in Crater Lake.
Crater Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, do you know what I really want to go to? I want to go to the part of Mexico where the original meteor that annihilated the dinosaurs.
Yes.
I want to go there, bro.
Yeah.
I'd keep like a bit of the stone. Like I'd dig like maybe like...
I don't know if you can.
I
think it's a pretty touristy site now, isn't it?
I'd find an area, I'd dig maybe like 6 or 7 meters
Swim down to the bottom of the ocean and get a piece of space rock.
There's ocean, but I'm sure there's a bit of land as well, bit of continent. I'd dig deep, so I got some kind of like old bit of rock, like 7 meters deep, and I'd put that in like a vial and maybe wear that as a necklace and be like, "You see this, bro? This is the real deal, motherfucker.
This is what killed the dinosaurs, man.
100.
100.
Do you know what's fascinating? Going to places where like when you think of battlefields like trenches of World War I and things like that, or even World War II, like the Battle of the Bulge, for instance.
I got a Battle of Bulge happening in my pants.
But like, how many people have gone to like some areas fought in the First and Second World War with metal detectors? There would have been hundreds, but like, I'm sure there's some areas where you could go there and you can find like bullet shells or like an old gun or a helmet even, you know?
Crazy shit.
That shit, I dig that.
There's definitely sites like that. Like you can go to Auschwitz and you see some creepy shit. So surely there's like war sites. Well, I know there's places where you can go where there's like all the crazy the tank. What are they called? The things that block tanks from going in, those big concrete triangle things with like bits of metal rod hanging out of them.
Yeah, the Germans.
I don't know what they're called.
The Germans hooked those things up. Yeah.
Hooked them up. I don't know what they're fucking called though.
I can't remember.
The tank stopperoonies, you know?
Stopper, yeah. How do you say tank stopper in German? How do you say tank in
Panzer.
German?
It's a Panzer.
Panzer is tank.
Yeah.
So Panzer schreckt.
But it's a Panzer is a brand, right?
What's Panzerfaust? What does that translate to?
Tank fist. But
Really?
isn't
Tank fist? Obviously. Idiot.
Obviously. Faust
Is fist.
But-
What about Panzer schreckt? Panzer schreckt.
Schreckt?
They'd be like, I know they had like,
Wait.
those Germans are using Panzerfaust and Panzer schreckt.
Is Panzer the brand of tank?
I
Like a make of
I always
tank?
thought Panzer was like Panther.
Panzer.
I know the Germans named their tanks after, like they had like the Jaguars, the Panthers.
So it must be the
Tiger
yeah,
tanks,
but that's the one that must have stuck.
I
Panzer.
guess. Well, I mean,
that's how I know it. When I had the little military soldier figurines, you know, the little green things
You
from
had-
Toy Story.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had heaps of them.
I had those as well, and they came with the parachutes as well, bro.
Yeah,
And you'd undo it, and they'd be like,
throw it, and it's just like
yeah,
You're like,
they
what
just
the
hit
fuck,
yeah.
man?
My balcony's not big enough. Yeah.
catch some air.
Panzerfist, Faust, hey? Catch. How do you say catch these in German?
Catch these.
Like catch these.
Catching is fung.
Fung.
Fungen. Yeah. Fung.
Fangen Sie Faust.
Fung die Faust, ja.
Fangen Sie Faust.
No, I don't know. Did you ever see those little things that come off trees? They're like little seedlings and they got this like one singular wing. I think it's a European thing. You'd get them in Germany in like autumn and they would fall and it would be like a little seed. I'll have to look up what they're called. But they have like a singular wing on them and you can throw them up in the air and they go.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
I've
that.
seen
Yeah,
those.
the
Yeah, yeah.
Speimers, yeah.
I think that's what they're called.
Speimer leaves, yeah.
Shpaima leaves.
So we should probably talk about Madagascar.
Madagascar.
So I'm just going to start off.
First time Joel's watched Madagascar.
Madagascar, big franchise. Everyone knows it. I like to move it. People love it.
to move it. King Julian. It's more fun if you put your hands up like this.
That was Sacha Baron Cohen.
It was.
That's crazy.
Which is quite crazy.
My first impressions of the film is I'm not going to lie, even if I watched it in 2005, I would have been like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't, fuck, man, why am I watching this? I'm going to walk out of a cinema. It was just like, I watched the whole thing. I watched the story of how they left the zoo. They wanted to go to freedom. They got to Madagascar. They were adjusting to the surroundings. They adjusted well. It was like the animal instinct in them found themselves, especially with the lion, Ben Stiller's character. But
he hated the thought of the wild. He loved that he was getting served juicy steaks, and he had no idea. He had no idea what steaks were. Obviously, he didn't know that they were dead animals.
He didn't, did he?
No, he didn't know that he would have been able to speak to steaks. At one stage.
Isn't that weird? How like without any training, we just automatically assume certain things. Like a lion, like he was just sitting there talking, and then he started to see all the other animals as like fleshy bits of steak.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny how some humans naturally know certain things? Like we know, like, like if I was, let's say a toddler is like hodling along next to you in like a zoo or something.
I think the most natural
big fucking lion is like right there at the glass. That kid's gonna be like, "Fuck that!" Like the kid's not gonna be like, "I want to pet it." You know, like,
I think the simplest example of what you're trying to portray here is reproductive. Really, we've been programmed with hormones that just make us go, I'm horny now. I need to reproduce.
Yeah.
That doesn't get trained into us. That just happens. But that's the shit you're trying to say, right?
Yeah,
There's the shit in our genes that we just pick up without being taught.
Like
nobody has to teach you and go, yes, sex, this is how you do the reproducing.
Here's what's funny, and this might be for anyone listening, this might be different for you because you were raised by different kind of parents, but I never had the birds and the bees conversation with my parents. And at no point in my entire existence did I ever look at chicks and feel like, oh, no, she's got cooties. I remember being in like year 5, for instance. I'm just going to pick a year because this seems like the most efficient year to decide. I always found girls attractive. I was always like, holy shit, like she's really cute. Like, what do I do to impress her? Like, and I used to like, do you remember the bubble gum, the gum you used to like chew on the gum, and then they had the fake tattoos in there.
Yeah.
And you'd wet the cloth and you'd hold it down. Yeah. I remember I used to get those and go into class and be like, there was like chicks I liked in primary school and be like, check these out. And they were like, whatever. And I was just like, always chasing women, even before my balls dropped and I had pubes. I was always
100%.
chasing women. And then when I got to high school and like my hormones were like extra fucking on fire, it was nothing new to me. It was just like, oh, this is a different level of being interested in women. I like hunger for women now.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I mean, similar. I hate telling this story because I basically just know it from my mum telling me the story. So this is like kindergarten. And kindergarten. Yeah, I hated kindergarten first because I was a first child. I was like, no, don't leave me. So
we all did that.
Yeah,
we all cried.
Mum would drop me in kindergarten. But anyway, there was 2 girls that I became friends with in kindergarten, and they were like, I don't know, they were both very into me. So I was like, yeah, what's up, ladies? Please. And Mum used to joke with their parents and be like, oh my God, like they're both fighting over Phil. And then one of the girls, this is stupid to say, but one of the girls went up to her mum and she was like, Mom, who am I going to marry? Phil's going to marry this girl. This is like 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't recollect any of this. I was just like, yo, what's up? I'm just Philly G.
I just want to play with
I'm just
toys.
playing with blocks and cars. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's adorable, man.
Hilarious.
Isn't that interesting? Because I know women mature faster than men. So like, I wonder what it was like.
I don't know about kindergarten mature, but
well, yeah, obviously, but like when I was at that age, when I was in, let's say I was in kindergarten, when I was in kindergarten, all I could think about, like the memories, I do have vivid memories of kindergarten, like before even primary school.
I only have traumatic ones. Yeah.
I got like strong ones, dude. I remember like running on the jungle gym. I had like a group of friends. I had like a band of friends. I was always the ringleader. Every single incident, primary school, kindergarten, high school, I was always the leader of a group.
Wow.
I was always the ringleader, and I had like, here's Nicky the Sticks. He's really good at talking. Here's Johnny Rico. He's good at stealing. Here's Mickey.
You had a bunch of sidekicks.
Yeah.
Sidekicks.
Sidekick. Here's Mickey. He's the muscle. Here's Tony. He's good at fucking women. You know, like I was always just like, I was like, hey. I was always like, I had friends, and like if there was like a nerdy dude who was like really good at something, is interested in something, and I was interested, like if there was a nerdy dude who liked playing Abe's Odyssey or Halo or like something, one of those games, he'd be part of my group. Like I would give him shit all day, but once he talked about video games, he was my boy. You know? Like he'd be
recruited. You'd be like, all right, you're the Halo kid. All right.
I had a job for everyone. Yeah.
You're the Halo kid from now on.
Yeah.
Get behind me.
But like,
I got you.
When I think about kindergarten, I wasn't thinking about girls back then. I was thinking about just like having fun and like running around and shit. And I have vivid memories, dude. This is probably why I like acting. Like, definitely love being the center of attention. There's definitely a narcissistic aspect to all people who like acting, but I remember
100%. And actors always make jokes about it in
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like depressed and don't know what we want to do in our lives. So now we're
got-
actors.
Yeah, never got attention from my mom, so I'm an actor.
Yeah.
But I remember my mum would pick me up sometimes. And do you know, like when women, like business women, because my mum was like a businesswoman, she was always picking me up in a business suit. She always had heels. And obviously when business women, they're in heels all day, when they're catching a train or something, they'll change out of business to like comfier shoes and then walk around like that. So when my mum would pick me up, she'd be in like comfier shoes. And so I always remember my mum would pick me up, and then she was always like on the phone, like she was doing like business calls. So she'd pick me up, we'd go to the car, and then she'd be on a business call. It always happened for some reason. And then I'd be standing there, and all my friends would run over to the gate, and they were like right across from me. And they'd still be like talking to me while I'm waiting to get in the car and take off. And I remember my mum's fucking heels were always in the shoes. And I'd always put the heels in and be like, walk around my mum's heels, and the kids would love it, bro. And they'd be like, put it on! And I'd be like, all right, turn. And I'd walk around with my mum's heel. My mum would be like talking. She'd be like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And I'd be like, like struggling.
You're just absolute frothing on the entertainer.
Oh,
entertainer aspect.
I loved it. I loved the adulation, bro.
Yes. You're like, all eyes on me.
Yep. Catwalking and shit. And I mean, I guess that's a lot of that is the same as the Ben Stiller's character, the lion from Madagascar. He just loved that shit. So I resonated with the lion a lot.
He loved it. But I found it funny that he knew he wouldn't want to go to the wild. So they're obviously educated on what's out there. But I loved...
what's not out there.
Well, they were like, whoa, you don't want to go to the wild? What the fuck? Like, why would you want to go there? Like, we've got it so good here.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But I can't remember who said it. Was it the penguins that were like, this fucking conspiracy shit? Have you ever seen a penguin out
you ever seen a
roaming
penguin
around New York? No,
Yeah.
it's not natural. It's a conspiracy. And I was like, holy shit, this is like Truman Show.
Yeah.
They're like in the dome and they're like, we know we shouldn't be here. We got to escape.
Yeah.
But obviously, the penguins make that movie.
The penguins are lit, dude.
They are the bosses. So first of all, they dig the tunnel to get out of the fucking zoo.
The slapping, I love it. Yeah.
I just love that at the start you're like, oh, these penguins are real smart. Like they dig a tunnel and they escape and da-da-da-da-da. They're obviously smarter than everyone else. But then when they're on the ship and they just take over the ship, like they knock out the humans and tie them up and shit and then navigate to the North Pole.
I love how the
South
one
Pole.
penguin is just pressing keys in the onboard computer until he access granted.
Exactly. Access denied. He's like, I can't work it out. I got it.
Yeah. It's funny how they got to Antarctica, the penguins, and they didn't even give it a chance. I was just like, yeah, this is bleak. Fuck this.
There's just a snowstorm and they're standing there on the ice. Well, this sucks.
Well, this sucks, yeah.
And then they just leave and go to Madagascar for some reason.
Dude, here's an interesting thing. My YouTube algorithm has been showing me ads for like cruises, like boat cruises around Antarctica. I want to go to every country in the world. Maybe not some countries, but I do want to check out most countries. But I do want to go to areas that people don't really think about. Like, I definitely want to go to Antarctica. Like,
Oh hell yeah,
dude, I don't just want to go to Antarctica.
they do sick cruises there.
I want to go to Antarctica. I want to go and stand amongst that field of penguins. And I want to walk over to like the edge of like the abyss of like one of those, the water. Like if I see a
You
killer,
mean the edge of the earth, right?
yeah, I guess.
Because
Yeah.
the earth is flat,
True.
and that's like the edge where you fall off.
Yeah. But did you ever see Alien vs Predator?
9.
The first Alien vs Predator
Oh
film.
yes, I
they're
did,
like-
but in cinemas, I don't remember.
It's old, dude. It was like
Is
2003
that the one
or
where
4.
they got the thing in their guts and it's like they're pregnant?
Yeah, that's every alien
Blech.
film though. But on the end, the mother alien gets like a chain wrapped around her, next connected to this old like silo, and it gets dragged into the black depths of like the frosty North Pole or something like that. And I'd love to stand over that and just like look into it and be like, holy fuck, like I'm at the top or the bottom of the fucking world right now, you know?
Mm,
Like the Antarctica is like the end, like it's like the frozen.
that's some cold shit.
Yeah.
Some cold shit over there.
Can you imagine, and the people listening as well, can you imagine this? Just like you're chilling, right? You're chilling in Antarctica, you're waiting by your like tour bus or whatever, and then it's just like a blizzard snowstorm. And they're like, we're trying to get the bus to work. We just need to heat it up. We're gonna get it running again, guys. Just sit tight. It's gonna get minus blah blah blah, but sit tight. What? Like people are talking like that because it's like that snow's coming down diagonally. Like, huh? Can't see a hand in front of you. And then you get on the bus, like, all right, 2 more minutes. We got this. And then you're like, yeah, talking to someone. And then you're looking at the back of the bus. Somehow the bus has got, chains on the wheels or something. It's going to drive.
I don't know why there's
And
a
you
bus,
just see
but
this
yeah.
black silhouette running towards this bus. It's the size of an ant and then it's bigger and bigger. All right, guys, everyone on. He's starting up the bus. You're the only person seeing this. You're like, am I fucking losing my mind? What is that? Gets closer and closer. It's a fucking vicious, starving polar bear. 7 foot tall. I'm doing a Joe Rogan right now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a polar bear just, you're not even on a bus, bro. You're on like a Jeep or something like that. Like, fuck knows why. It's like not even a cover.
Yeah.
So you can't hide under that thing, right? You'd be like, stop the fucking bus! Stop the fucking bus! Polar bear! You know?
Polar bears are vicious, dude.
Right. And they're starving out there.
Biggest bear. Well, right now they are, yeah. And they probably never used to be. Have you heard that story on Joe Rogan about?
Yeah, it just jumps from different island, drags
and then
that
just
dude.
comes up and just eats him
what
in front of the
influenced
other
me.
people.
Rah.
Damn, son.
Do you know what's also interesting? Did you have something to say? Because I'm just going to keep prattling on, bro.
Prattling on about Antarctica. I was going to say about Madagascar.
Yeah.
I found a funny bit. So they get to the island, right? And they're like, we don't want to be. Well, the lion's like, I don't want to be here. The zebra's like, I want to be here, whatever. And the lion's trying to escape, but he's getting hungry. So his instincts kick in and he just sees
I like
everything.
that. I
It's
like how you
so
see his
good.
eyes dilate.
Yeah. And he's like,
Yeah, hunger.
and then he becomes this vicious lion. And then he realizes and he walks into the wilderness of Madagascar and he finds himself sticks and he carves the sticks and he builds himself this pen where he locks
Isolation.
himself in. And then the zebra comes and he's like trying to talk to his friend. He's like, hey, man, it's all right, bro. We'll get you help. I was like, this is like a story of addiction. Like a friend is just spiraling down this dark path and he's like, I'm a monster. What am I turning into?
Yeah, it is addiction.
I was like,
yeah.
holy shit, this could be like a different film with the same topics, but we're just talking about a
But
lion.
like with real people. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Pixar or anything.
Yeah, and he's like, bro, man, it's fine. And he's braving it. Like, I'm going to go see my friend, even though he's vicious and he's going to try and kill me kind of shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, this is deep.
That's fucking deep. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
And then the gangsters try to eat him, which are the fucking fusos.
Fusa.
The fusa, yeah, the fusa.
Gangsters?
Did you look those up?
I looked them up. They look like big ferrets.
Holy shit, they look like vicious cats.
Yeah, I thought
They're
they
so
might have been
evil.
like a substrain of like a lion, but they're actually like a big ferret.
Really? Is that
Yeah.
what they are? But like a vicious meat-eating ferret.
They look like a ferret. Yeah, so I don't know.
What, like a little stout?
A stout, yeah.
Yeah, but a big version, like a
Yeah.
larger version.
I looked up stout eating lemur, and there was some pictures of them with like lemurs in their mouths. I was like, these motherfuckers eat
The
lemurs.
stouts. Stouts are vicious.
Short
bro.
and stout, bruh.
We watched this video because they're in Canada where my brother is right now. There's stouts there, and he's like, "Oh, these things are so cute." And when I was over, we're like, "Oh, let's look them up." And we watched this video, and it was just like explaining how vicious they are and how they hunt prey. They literally trick their prey. So, for instance, they'll hunt a rabbit. They'll be like, "I want to eat this fucking rabbit that's 4 times my size or like more," and they will literally pretend to be going mad. Like they'll have
I
fake,
showed you this video, yeah.
They'll have fake seizures.
Spasms.
And be like,
This isn't this is the stout. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll just be like, "Oh my
Chomp
god!"
'em.
And the rabbit's like, "Is this guy okay? Like, he's
Yeah.
obviously not a threat." Bam! I'm dead,
That's a psychopath right there.
dude.
This animal's
Yeah,
a
we watched this
psychopath.
together. That's right.
Yeah, I
After
remember,
I went
like-
to Canada, because I saw it with my brother, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's on the back of the bird. We have liftoff. Remember, it's like chomping on the back of the bird's neck, and the bird's like,
Dude.
Yeah.
And the stout, and then they're like, "Yeah, like the favorite part of the animal is the brain," so they'll just eat their brains and then just leave the
Zombie,
rest of the carcass. And I'm like, sheesh.
Speaking of zombies, so I've been watching. So there's obviously the video game Last of Us. I never played the first one. Like, I love video games. I love zombie games. Mad Resident Evil fan, Left 4 Dead, etc. Call of Duty, zombies, love it. I never played Left 4 Dead, but I always looked at it and went, this game is fucking sick. One of these days I'm going to play it. Second one came out, still haven't played it. Don't have a console anymore. I've got a PS4, but it's back in the fucking northern part of Australia. Waiting to get a PS5, I've just, been slack. But I want to play Last of Us. So anyways, I've been watching the HBO series of The Last of Us. I'm up to episode 2. I didn't
even know it existed.
I can't really talk about it, and it's probably good that I've only watched 1.5 episodes because I'd probably spoil it, but it's fucking tight, dude. One thing I noticed about HBO TV series is they're very big. Like, HBO will have like sets of like one scene will have like 300 people. Everyone's got a costume. Everyone's got like a sword or anything. Like, first HBO show I really watched was like HBO Rome. Like, HBO Rome is very, very like underrated. HBO Rome was sick. It was about like Caesar, like Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, Cleopatra, Augustus. Anyways,
Augustus Gloop?
Augustus Caesar.
Oh,
Augustus Gloop, yeah.
not from Charlie and the Chocolate
Factory, no.
Nice.
So, but anyway, so far I've watched this, and so I watched the first episode, and then I looked at a walkthrough of the first game, and they were close, man. Like, dad and his daughter living in Texas, outbreak happens. Same thing happened to me. Outbreak happens. And it's not like regular zombies where it's like a viral infection, dude. It's fungi, dude. That's what's scary. Because
I
like,
dig that.
you've seen how there's that certain fungi spawn that can like go through animals and turn them into zombies, and like animals are still walking around. They've got like a fungi,
like insects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the start of the show, they show this part where it's like this scientist talking back in the 40s or 50s, and he's like, some fungus can't exist. Some fungus can take over smaller insects, but they can't take over humans because we regulate a certain body temperature or something. But he said if the earth gets hotter, that might change. And dude, look, the earth is getting hotter. So like, this could be a handbook for the future, bro. So some fungus could fuck us, like. But anyways, the whole film, like, it's typical zombie. Like, starts off family living a normal life, normal trials and tribulations. Next minute, what's this? All this on the news? Boom! Car smashes into the house next door. Helicopters going over. Janet, next door neighbor. What's going on? I don't know. Zombie bites her neck. Oh shit! Jenny, get in the car. My daughter. Boom, boom. Daughter gets killed. 20 years later, he's living in a fucking compound, this small enclosure inside Boston, trying to survive. His daughter's dead. He's like bitter. You can see.
Oh yeah.
And his character's name's Joel as well.
Oh,
It's so weird when people say your name. And here's the weird thing, right? Like, I'll call you Phil, right? Philip, Phil. Americans call Phil. Hey, Philip, Phil. It's normal. But hearing my name, Joel, when you hear Americans say it, they're like, Joel? Joel.
Yeah, but that's just you saying that because it's not your name. When you say my name, it probably sounds the same as me saying your name.
No,
Joel.
but like
Joel?
what I'm saying is like when Americans pronounce your name and English pronounce your name, it sounds similar. Hey Philip. Hey Philip. Hey Philip. Phil. Hey Phil.
But you're saying they Joel.
Yeah, it's just weird hearing my name coming out of an American's mouth. You never see American Joels, right? So that's cool. And then obviously this dude's just got it's in the future. Somehow he managed to get from Texas to Boston, and there's this girl who's immune to the zombies.
Wait, how does it
And
get
that's the
passed
story.
on in this
What do you mean?
in this universe?
Okay.
So if it's not like a virus, does it still get passed on by biting?
They haven't explained it. If I played the video game, I'd probably know. I have been consciously waiting for them to explain it. They haven't. So like there's parts where like
Because how does it spread?
exactly. I know the zombies will bite you, and I think some of the strain because like
The fungi goes
Yeah,
in you.
'cause,
Yeah,
like,
so it's same as a virus.
there's
but
been
fungi.
dead people, and like a scientist will pull out this like it looks like a weed, but it's like moving. It's real creepy, dude. That's like the fungi, right? But I've seen like if you watch regular zombie films, after a while the zombies will starve and then they're just like corpses on the ground. But in this one, the zombies will die, and then the fungus will grow out of them and make like a mantelpiece on the wall. So it looks like creeping vines, right?
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then they just die.
That's so interesting. I didn't know that was the whole.
Neither did I
premise
until
of
today.
Because
It's far more interesting when it's something that could actually happen.
yeah,
Because when you think about zombies, you're like, get the fuck out of here. Like
Yeah.
a viral attack and they're going to eat each other. Like,
But have
the
you
fuck
heard the theory of like, because you know how fungi has all this intelligence and the largest living organisms are fungi, basically, this underwater fungi.
Mm.
So like,
Is coral fungi?
I
Could be.
no, maybe, I don't know. I don't think so.
Penicillin.
But my brother
dude.
was like, what if fungi was just like, what if fungi was cultivating humans and we were just a produce of them and they're just breeding us so that when we die they have extra food.
That's gnarly. That's gnarly, dude. If we could tap
We're just being farmed by fungi.
if we could tap into that fungi though, we would be who knows what we could achieve. Here's the thing that I learnt this on the movie.
The magic
Sorry, not the movie.
mushroom.
The magic mushroom. Where when we take the
Where
magic
we become
mushroom,
one with fungi.
yeah, when we take the mushroom, we enter like the hive mind of the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
But like we're tripping, but we're actually seeing what they see.
Yeah.
But dude, here's one trippy fact that I actually found out, which is legit from the TV show. Penicillin, godlike penicillin that saved humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the 20s, 30s, or 40s, penicillin when it came out, is made from fungi.
Mm.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
It's wild shit, man.
What would be your go-to zombie weapon? You can have any weapon in the world. It could be no helicopters or anything, no fucking miniguns. I'm talking, first we'll go firearm, sidearm, and then we'll go melee weapon. What would your three
I'm talking
be?
like sawn-off shotgun
Sawn-off shotgun
as
would be your
main,
main.
because
Sawn-off shotgun could be side weapon.
it could be
It could be
side,
pistol.
because I was thinking for like close quarters, but far, I would. It depends how far you can see. Like,
You
if
want a sniper rifle? Or do you want
Yes,
an assault
that's
rifle?
where I was going with
Do you
this.
want an assault rifle with like a decent range scope?
It
maybe like
depend-
an M4?
It depends what situations I feel I'm gonna get into. If I'm gonna be a tactical motherfucker, which I feel like I would be, I'm going sniper and sawn-off shotgun.
And what
If
would
I'm
your
going into
what would
a
your
bit-
melee weapon be?
Samurai
Samurai sword,
No.
bat with
No,
nails
too
in
large. Too
Axe?
large. I like small. I like a small axe or something.
it, like a hatchet.
Yeah. Something stupidly small where I can just. Let me do that again for you.
Fuck with that.
Yeah. But sawn off shotgun, if I'm going into a building, I want to be able to corner. Oh, there's one. But before I'm going in the building, I'm scoping that shit out and I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Do you know if you get killed by a sniper, you're dead before you hear the sound of the gun?
Yeah. One interesting thing I heard from what's his name? Graham Hitchcock? No, Hathcock. He was his favorite.
Graham Hathercock?
No, it wasn't Graham. It was
No?
something as well, but he's a famous US sniper, Hathcock. Anyone who knows fire, if we have any US viewers, they'll know this. This dude was the man in Vietnam, right? US sniper. The dude like crawled like thousands of yards in enemy lines, popped a fucking senior Viet Cong general or something, and then cruised back. He'd like crawl for ages, lie there. Troops would walk like this close to him. Like he was. You saw
the master of camouflage.
You saw Saving Private Ryan. He hit the ground before we heard the shot, and he shoots that German sniper, and the bullet goes through his scope in his eye.
Yeah.
He did that in real life.
Jesus.
So there was a story where he was shooting down. He was following this famous Viet Cong sniper. I think they called him the White Feather or something. He had a cool name. Him and a mate were following this Viet Cong sniper because one of the guys in his team got shot, or like a bunch of people got shot. He was finding. He looked up. No, that's right. He found the area where the guy was. He originally looked at where he thought the guy made the shot from, made his way there, and that same sniper went down and was in the area that he was originally at. And the sun was on Hathcock's back, shining on the Viet Cong dude's sniper. So he saw the glint of the guy's scope, and he shot and went right through that motherfucker's eye from thousands of yards or something.
Yeah.
The dude was a fucking G. But
what's your favorite sniper movie?
Oh, Enemy at the Gates.
Yes, absolutely. Hands down. Zaitsev.
Dude,
Vasily
Vasily
Zaitsev.
Zaitsev, yeah. Soldiers of the glorious Red Army.
What a film.
From now on, it is either victory or death. Those who retreat will be shot. There is no mercy for cowards and traitors. Fucking love that shit.
That is a film.
Bruh, him and Rachel Weisz macking on. Yeah, and Ed Harris playing the German soldier.
You know what else is a good sniper film, though? Is American Sniper. Seen that?
With Mark Wahlberg?
Isn't that Shooter?
That's Shooter.
Shooter.
Oh, American Sniper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, dude, that was great.
That's a true story as well.
Story though, tragic.
Fuck.
Yeah, but fucking dope.
And they
movie.
only write it on at the end. You're like,
yeah,
like reading right at the end. You're like, oh my god, what a film! He got shot.
Yeah,
spoiler.
Yeah, that's what I remember though. With Hathcock, he ended up once he got back from Vietnam, he ended up training like scout snipers, like in the military. He was like, they like handbooks on him. And I think it was him or some. I'm sure it was him who said, "When you hear a shot, that's the snap. Is like when the bullet hits. So if you're a sniper and you're leaned up against a tree and you hear, then you count 1, 2, 3, and you go, okay, he's 300 meters away, 300 yards.
What?
That's how it works. Each second you count is how many fucking yards away, like football fields.
Whoa. Let's pump the brakes for a second.
Yeah.
You're talking about trying to identify another sniper and how far they are?
Yeah. So
but you're going to hear...
When you hear the snap, that's the bullet being fired, and then you count.
But you don't hear that. You hear the hit of the bullet before you hear the sound. That's the issue.
It depends on where you are. Yeah, true.
It doesn't. The bullet travels faster than sound.
If you're in but if you're in an open place, you can hear, like, this is just what I heard.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So you hear
oh,
and it hits.
Sorry.
That's like 2 meters.
So this might be like, are you talking about like you hear the snap of the bullet going past you?
Yeah, the sound.
That's the first sound.
The sound barrier, yeah.
And then you hear the actual shot of the gun.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the bit they're timing. Because first you hear that, the bullet snap going over your head. And then you have to count for the gunshot.
Correct.
So then you can work out the difference between the bullet sound
you're right.
and the sound traveling.
So you hear the of the bullet hitting, and then you hear the and then you can count. Yeah.
And then you can calculate that shit with some algorithms.
Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, so that's how it works. That's nuts, man. That's like a next level of. Here's a fucking cool thing about like combat, man. Like anyone who's been in wars say it's fucked. I never want to do it. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. And like anyone who glorifies war is clearly fucking insane, right? But when you think about doing a job that you're really good at, you get so fucking good at it that you can like preempt things, right? I think it'd be the same with war. So like it's like the movies where the rookies rock up and they're walking and the guy's like, I'm your staff sergeant, come with me. First thing you motherfuckers need to do is take off that strap. You don't need to carry that in this war zone. Strap up your fucking bootlaces. And then a mortar lands near them and he stands there and they jump into the trench and he's like, don't worry, that's deflated fire. That's not going to hit you, motherfuckers. Get used to that. Explosions, bombs happen all the time. Like, he's just used to it, you know? That's the kind of thing that happens. Like, you'd be used to, like, gun sounds, like, and fire, and, like if a dude's, like back in World War II, man, they had, you'd listen to you'd wait for them to shoot, and then you'd wait for them, okay, they've fired this amount of shots. We need to get up and run now. They're reloading, like, things like that. Americans had those, 5-shot, ting! Those fucking M5, M1, whatever, M1 Garands or something.
It makes a specific sound when it's out.
The Germans picked up on that shit, yeah. So you could even like trick the enemy and make that sound and then, you know.
But you're not wrong. So war definitely pushed, like combat of any sort, like including way back in the day.
Ingenuity.
Exactly. And human capabilities, like training and shit.
Yeah.
Like even way back in Troy days, Achilles, you know, like it just pushed humans' abilities. Like they were trained to be fighters. They were trained to fight and Like it's always, and a lot of technologies came out of wars as well because it was just pushing innovation. Like Volkswagen coming from Hitler times, like Hitler pushing the people's car. Like, have you seen the original Volkswagen logo?
No.
Oh, that shit's
Got
scary.
a swastika on it?
Fuck, yeah. Let me pull up the original Volkswagen logo for you.
Here we go.
VW. Look at this. I'll flash it up on the screen. This is the original Volkswagen logo.
That looks like something from like the Romans would have fought someone with that tattooed on their skin. Put that up on the screen when.
Oh yeah, that shit is Nazi AF.
Can you put that on my palm? And then I'm gonna Volkswagen, das Nazi,
das
Reich,
das Auto.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad, and like so many brands are still around. From here's the thing: I've been wanting to bring this up for a while.
Oh god!
And I've recently watched the latest Chris Rock. I told you about this, the Chris Rock special on Netflix.
The white man did this. The white man did that. N-word.
There's a lot of that. Yes, correct.
I don't like Chris Rock.
For that reason.
Please continue.
Yeah. So the one thing he brings up is like cancel culture and how it's like selective outrage.
It is.
It's selective outrage. One person will do the same
him,
thing as the other person, but one person gets cancelled, the other person doesn't because of their status, because of their popularity, whatever. But this whole fucking cancel culture, right? People just digging up shit. Oh, you said this one time, so you shouldn't be allowed to do this.
Bro, it's ridiculous. It's like,
and I know
it's fucked up, man. Dude, they're finding old videos of John Wayne. Like that dude was for sure. Here's the thing, like when you think of, sorry to cut you off, I'll be real quick. When you look at people from like the 40s or 30s or whatever, like they may have been racist, but that's what they were conditioned to get into, right?
Yeah.
And so like John Wayne said some N-word stuff, maybe he had good intentions about black people, but that was the word he used at the time. They were trying to cancel John Wayne films. The dude's been dead for like 40 or 50 years. Here's the thing, like we could speak differently. Like I grew up in the 90s, right? I really started to understand everything in the 2000s, but I was born in 1992, so I still remember things from the 90s. So I grew up with like Nickelodeon's Keenan and Kel, all that, Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, Chris Tucker. So that was my first like connections to African American people, and like I never once had any issue with African American people, Asian people, anything like that, right? It's only when you get older and then you kind of get these things pushed onto you, like, oh yeah, but this happened and these people think of us like this and that, and you're like, oh okay.
It's like the conditioned stereotypes get pushed through.
Ooh.
But that's the whole fucking bullshit about this cancel culture, because you're like, oh shit, like you enjoy someone's art. Like the example, I'm gonna spoilers for the Chris Rock viewers, but the example Chris Rock gives, like, people will listen to, like, people are perfectly fine listening to a Michael Jackson song, but not an R. Kelly song.
Yeah. That's
Michael Jackson is a pedophile child molester, if you believe it. And so is R. Kelly, but people are like, oh, R. Kelly cancelled. Michael Jackson, oh, his songs were pretty good. We're still going to listen to him.
Here's
The songs
problem,
were
man,
too
like-
good, so we're still going to listen to him. That's the fucking bullshit. And like, you look at back in the World War II days, like Hugo Boss making Nazi uniforms, Volkswagen being derived from Nazi, like
Fanta.
literally all those brands. Nobody gives a fuck. They're like, yeah, but they're fucking prestigious, good brands, whatever. But they still want to pick on other people for saying some dumb shit 10 years ago and then be like, well, your art is no longer art now because you said something dumb 10 years ago. I fucking hate that shit.
Totally.
And look,
They went and bought fucking groceries and walked home that day with plastic bags. Those plastic bags could have suffocated millions of seals and other creatures.
Exactly. If you want to get into the minor details,
Dude, let's fucking
shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Bro, like I absolutely love Michael Jackson's music, bro. Like when I listen to like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough or anything like that, I'm instantly in a good mood. I fucking love Michael Jackson's music. I don't think that while Michael Jackson was in the recording studio making Smooth Criminal, he had just finished jerking off a little kid. I don't think about that. So when people...
And what do you think of Michael Jackson?
I think he's a piece of shit.
Okay,
But
good.
I am interested in his music, right? Like when you think about Vincent van Gogh, the dude was like extremely depressed. The guy cut his own ear off. He was fucked up. He was depressed and fucked up.
But like he was a crazy person.
But when you look at his painting, you're like, my God, I love that. So you don't fixate on, don't associate beautiful pieces of creation with the evil person who created it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, man, when you think about someone like Will Smith, bro, that dude, I reckon I reckon every day Will Smith thinks about that incident. I reckon every single day he thinks about
you gotta think about the lead up to that incident.
What he should have done different. I think I think about things that I did years ago, like said something to a girl or did something like this, and I go, oh fuck, I cringe. Like I physically,
why did I do that?
I have a reaction to it. And I imagine Will Smith's probably like, one day he has a good morning, you know, he speaks to his agent, maybe he'll get an audition, he's just gone for a jog, you know, he's rich, he's just gone like a helicopter flight to Italy, and he's having a good day, and then 1 minute snaps in his head, he thinks about slapping Chris Rock, and he just cringes. Like, bro.
Are they still together? Is he still with Jada?
Bro, he's a fucking bitch.
He is.
He is a whipped dude. He literally is taking a break from his partner, his wife, Jada. She's fucking his son's best mate.
Wait. You're telling the previous story now before the slap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't really know this until the Chris Rock comedy show.
I didn't know either. But like, dude, so they're still...
They took a break, right?
Or no, they're still together.
Because she cheated, right? So they were still together.
Yeah. So they haven't divorced, but they're taking a break.
Right.
And she openly talks to him. Like Chris Rock says, she interviews him on how do you feel about me fucking other people? And the dude just has to cop it, man. Like Will Smith could be balling any chick right now.
This is the thing, though. Why the fuck did he cop it? He could have just alphaed the fuck up and gone, you're a piece of shit. Go fuck your toy boy. I'm the man. Catch you later.
Exactly.
And got the fuck out of there.
And his kids are old enough to understand what divorce is. And they're old enough where they've probably moved out and lived their life, and they won't be as affected by their growth as human beings, won't be as affected by their parents splitting up. Will Smith could literally have anyone. Like, people used to joke that him and Margot Robbie should get together because they did that one film and they had really good chemistry. Focus.
That was a great film.
I'd never seen it. So, I mean, either he's extremely in love with her, or he's just like has a power trip and he wants to control that piece of his life.
But nothing externally anyway, nothing is showing that he is controlling any of that. So there's no power being gained for him.
I've said this before. This is how I thought that night went, right? The awards night. I reckon Will Smith probably communicated with Jada, and she was like, "Hey, look, I'm doing this thing. You and I have been really good together. We've had some good chats. We've had some brunch together. I've been enjoying your company lately. Do you want to maybe accompany me to this award night?" And Will's like, "Yes, I'm making progress with her. Yes, I will. Maybe that we're turning a new leaf in our life. We're doing well with our relationship. Yes, let's do it." So those two go to the award show, and you can see it clearly in the video. Chris Rock says his joke, and Will Smith is laughing.
They're both laughing. Well,
Jada
half laughs.
Jada's
and
like,
goes,
yeah. Will's laughing. Camera doesn't show up, but he looks at Jada. She looks pissed, and Will goes, "Okay, here's what's going on. If I continue to laugh and act like nothing's happened, we're going to go home tonight, and Jade is going to give me the cold shoulder because I didn't defend her. And Chris Rock's joke is going to set me back months of this like relationship and trying to build with Jada because of her insecurities. If I stand up and defend her now in front of everyone, then maybe Jada will see me as this thing that she used to love." So he says this stupid fucking, "What's name out your fucking mouth?"
After he slaps him, he literally gets up off his chair first, walks up to him, physically assaults the man, walks back. Chris Rock is on stage going, "What the fuck?"
Still composed, still smiling.
And goes,
Will's
"What
hates
the
it.
fuck?"
Yeah.
And Will goes, "Get my wife name out your fucking mouth."
So bad, bro. So like, and then because he shot himself in the foot, because like no doubt he would have gone home that night and Jada would have been even more embarrassed from him. And then she would have been like,
Big
"Bro,
time.
I'm not associating myself with you. Like, I look bad enough, and you've just made me look like a cunt in front of everyone because you're defending me, and it was a cunt move." So the dude's like fucked his relationship more, in my opinion, with her,
Oh, yeah.
and then he's fucked his acting career. And the respect that, and the black actors and all this bullshit that you want to pile on it. The dude is a fucking, I was going to say a ruthful moron, but that's pretty ruthless. He's an idiot.
He's a fucking idiot. Do you know what's brought all this up?
What?
Madagascar has Chris Rock as the zebra and Jada as the hippo.
That's true. I thought about that.
I thought about that. I was like, holy shit, that's both of them.
Yeah.
And that's why I looked it up and I watched the Chris Rock special right after Madagascar.
Do you think Chris Rock knew that she didn't have alopecia?
Knew that she didn't have alopecia?
Yeah, well, he's saying he didn't know she had alopecia. Do you think that's true? Do you think he didn't know she had alopecia or she did?
Even if he did know she was balding, it was a fucking comedy joke. Take it on the fucking chin.
I got fucking alopecia as well. Someone made a joke about me. I'm going to laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
take it on the chin.
That was a clean joke too.
And exactly. And she's a world famous actress. Sure, she might be uncomfortable, but she can brush it off.
Bro.
And this stupid motherfucker Will Smith was like, no, we can't brush this off. We got to stand up for her. Derp, 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 derp.
Dude, she could have capitalized on that and been like, I want the studio to target African-American women, empowered women, and middle-aged women. She could have literally made G.I. Jane 2 from that film and completely switched it around, and Chris Rock could be like, the bitch fucking did it. She fucking made the movie I mentioned. I should get fucking royalties or something. You know?
I really applaud the way he addressed it because he
was angry, bro.
Well,
bitch.
Yeah, but I respected how he handled that from the get-go. That's almost a year ago now, right? He says that in the comedy special. He's like, a year ago, I got slapped. He just took it like a fucking man and went, what the fuck just happened? And continued the fucking show because it's a show watched by all and there's no need to be an idiot like Will Smith was. And then he took that and he went, well, he had this outrage. He wanted to belittle me like this. He started some shit. I'm just going to make fucking jokes about him and just rip the shit out of him in a comedy skit. and I'm the one that's going to be laughing along with everybody fucking else that's going to be laughing at Will Smith, and I'm going to wipe my hands and go, how do you like that, you stupid motherfucker? Like, who the fuck is laughing now? Everyone at you because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I fucking respect that so hard.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, he just took that shit and just went, the time is now.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. You idiot.
Finish him.
Yeah, literally.
Flawless victory.
He says that in the act. He says about Jada Smith. The reason he made a joke is because she started something and said something about Chris Rock. And he was like, she started it. I finished it. And I was like,
he says that?
Yeah. And I was like, that is exactly what he did to Will Smith. He started that shit. He is finishing it. What the fuck is Will Smith going to do? He ain't funny.
Bro, I love it.
He's not going to respond with shit. Victory.
I keep hiccuping every time I go to do something boisterous on the microphone.
We've had a few beers tonight.
What are you drinking?
The Herfler.
I'm drinking the
German
4X Gold, baby.
Damn.
Prost.
But we've had a liter at the Bavarian, and we had a schnapps after dinner.
Yeah. Oh, I never answered your question.
What was your?
So my 3 weapons would be a zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah, your weapons. Sorry, yeah, we had to flip that shit. Mine is the sawn-off shotgun, the sniper rifle for tactical, and
what
the
kind of sniper
little
rifle?
hatchet.
Like a Mosin Nagant, like a old
I don't
Russian
know
World War
different
II
sniper
guy?
rifles.
Yeah.
Rifles?
Sniper rifle.
I don't know the sniper rifle, but I want the one from Battlefield 2042.
LV-42 or something. Whatever. I'd have. Oh, that's aliens. I would have my main weapon would be an M60, belt fed fucking. M60, just a big fucking heavy gun. Because, like, dude, I'm not.
What's
I'm not,
an M60? Is that an?
Do you know support class in
Is that
Battlefield?
an LMG?
LMG.
I was
yeah.
literally about to say, if I was going to have an automatic weapon, it would be an LMG.
That would be my
and
main.
it would have like a 200 round clip in
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's actually what I roll when I play Battlefield because I'm so shit at aiming. I'm just like,
keep firing until they're dead. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Just move around.
So that would be my main because, like, zombies, you don't have to be too tactical. I feel like with a sniper rifle, if I'm cruising down an alleyway and then something turns, sniper rifle's long. If I miss, I'm fucked, right? So I just want a gun that can just.
That's the sawn off, bro.
Yeah.
You're not going down an alleyway with sniper.
You want a close quarters gun.
You got the shotgun out.
Yeah. So I'd want my main gun would just be something that I can just melt things with. My sidearm would possibly. I do like the idea of a sawn off, but you'd have to like quickly load 2 shells, click it back. I don't know how quick you'd be. So I'd probably go with like maybe a Desert Eagle. Just something that can knock something off its fucking feet, right?
What if you had one of those semi-automatic
like an Uzi?
shotguns with the round, you know, the round drum clip?
The drum?
And it's just like...
Yeah.
It's got like 8 in it. And then you just go...
Yeah, but like you're in a zombie apocalypse. Replenishing that would be difficult.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go with like something
You want
with
that 200 rounds.
thick caliber, like 50 cal bullets, like a Desert Eagle. So if I'm gonna have to use it, you know, it'll be sparing. And then my melee weapon, I'd want to be like, people would probably be like, I'm gonna use a chainsaw. Chainsaw, like, one, if that blood's infected and that's blood spraying in your face, you're gonna get infected. You're gonna be like
World War Z. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where he's on the building and he gets some in his mouth and he's like, whoa, wait.
Stands over the balcony
on the edge
yeah.
of the building. He's like, am I going to turn into a zombie? And he's like counting. He's like, 1,100, 1,200.
Dude, that movie was dope, man.
That's intense.
That was fucking Brad Pitt was dope. I think my melee weapon. The thing is, like, samurai swords are sick because they're like hacking, slashing weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just have like a regular medieval sword, you can stab and hack. So I'd probably want a rapier. A rapier.
I'm sorry, you'd want to
Something
do what to me?
like a Jack Sparrow sword. You know the. Yeah. I'd be some fucking desperado walking around with a rapier, big fucking LMG light machine gun in my hand, and a fucking. Like a big Desert Eagle in my pocket. Hey, you want to hunt some zombies? You know?
You'd be what's his name? Woody Harrel. Is it Woody Harrelson from Zombieland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who you'd be. Would find your Twinkie.
I'm gonna find me a Twinkie.
You'd be looking for a Twinkie before they all go out of date and before the expiry date.
Well, that's the 1 liter podcast. We polished that 1 liter off.
1 liter.
Prost. Don't forget, life is tough. Things can be difficult, but
But when they get really difficult, get your zebra friend to look after you.
yeah. 2, I want to leave you all with 2 quotes. The first quote is for those like myself who are very extroverted and maybe talk too much without considering what they're saying. The first quote is from Abraham Lincoln. It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. And the second quote is for those who are a bit crazy and really for action. This is a Latin proverb. Exitus acta probat. The outcome justifies the deed. Thank you very much.